Hello, everybody, and welcome to day 8. It's going so fast of our 15-day diary. Today, we hit the lovely port of Barbados.
Yeah, we're going to Barbados. Fly away with Coconut Airway. Can you remember who sang it, though?
No, because I'm only 42.
Typically tropical. Typically tropical, I believe.
Mm.
Anyway,
moving on. We hit Barbados today, and Barbados is an absolute fantastic port. Barbados is really good as well because it's not far away from a specific place that we wanted to go to. Now, can you remember what the place was called?
Yeah, we were really excited pre-cruise because we'd found a place called the Boatyard, and we thought it was going to be fantastic, didn't we?
It looked really good on the website anyway.
Yeah, the beach looked beautiful, and you had a drink when you got there. You paid one price. You had a drink when you got there. You had a free snorkeling tour. You got use of the facilities, the jetty. It sounded really good.
It sounded good, and it looked really good until we asked a couple of people on the cruise ship who had done this before, and they actually said that it'd gone downhill quite a lot. Very expensive for the price as well. Basically, for the facility to get a sunbed. You still have to pay full price for the drink, so not really getting much for your money, just entry really.
I remember we also spoke to that lad, and he'd been the week before. He was on the second week of his cruise, and he said about the snorkeling that it wasn't as good as he'd hoped. He'd gone out, and he said by the time you swam out to the first snorkeling stop, it was time to swim back, and it was $35 each. So we're talking $140 for the four of us. And we just decided, do you know what? Maybe we don't need to spend that.
No, I think we should. We did. We made the decision to go there, just check it out ourselves, because it's a very, very long stretch of beach. And it's all beautiful from the bottom to the top. So we went there and we just turned right off a road, so went down a lane, didn't we? And we arrived at the beach. Yeah. And at that point, we came onto the beach, we saw horses in the sea. And I was like, this feels really nice here, doesn't it?
I love the fact that unfortunately, they were just coming out of the water. So I was gutted we missed them.
So we turned off, left, no, it was right, wasn't it? Down a lane towards the beach. And if you remember, it sounds really dodgy, but there was a bloke there with like a minivan. And he looked dodgy, but he was selling his own sunbeds rentals. And we managed to barter him down, if you remember, to
$10 each.
$10 each for the sunbed for as long as we wanted. He didn't sell beer or anything; it was just the sunbeds and an umbrella for 10 each. Whereas the Boatyard, literally just about 200 yards up the beach, was $35 entry, and that gave you a sunbed. But that's basically just entry to sunbed and a free drink. But probably going to be rum punch, which you get any trip that you do.
Yeah, and right next to the Boatyard, we used a bar called, what's it called, Lobster, the Blue Lobster or something like that?
Yes.
And you could get drinks there. So we really felt in the end that we hadn't missed out by not using the Boatyard.
And can I say something? The Boatyard isn't closed off. You can walk into it. You can walk so far into it on the beach, but they wouldn't let us buy a drink there. And I thought I was a little bit pretentious of them because they had a bar. They would have made money off other people, but no, they were not prepared to sell us a drink. So we had to go just to the bar next door and buy it from them. And he was lovely, the barman. And I think we paid about $4 to $5 each for a beer.
Yeah.
So what activities were there to do on this beach? Well, like I told you before, the beach was very, very long. And when we walked up to get the beers, which were lush, by the way, we noticed that there is everybody trying to sell you jet ski. I think they had parasailing as well, and they had the slides and stuff out there, which I think were free to use anyway. I'm not sure.
No, I think they were Boatyards, weren't they?
I don't know how they'd manage that, because they were just out there. You could
yeah,
swim
they're
to
in
it.
the water, yeah.
But by the by, there was loads of activity going along that beach, loads of water sports that you could just go on if you wanted to, if you had the insurance, because let's remember, you have to be insured for these things. So the beach itself was very active. Nice. There was plenty of things to do. You do not need to go to the Boatyard. All the Boatyard really offers you is a pier with a swing on it and entry into their bar with some old dodgy lockers.
And the snorkeling trip, which wasn't
really
all it was meant to be.
No.
But if people love the sun, we only like a couple of hours on the beach, don't we? And then we've had enough. But if people want to spend all day there, then maybe it is worth the $35. Definitely. Okay, and now we're starting our walk back to the boat.
Yeah, it's not far.
For lunch?
10-15 minute walk.
Yeah.
Happy days.
Just in time for lunch. How did we find the beach? I thought the beach was quite beautiful.
Very much so.
Yeah, white sand, and the water seemed very clean and clear. So we really enjoyed our time there, didn't we?
Yeah, there was only one other beach, I think that was the British Virgin Islands beach, that I loved as much as that. I love St. Martin for the ease of it, but that beach, the sand was beautiful. The sea was so clear. I mean, the clarity of it was great.
Yeah.
So we just snorkeled ourselves close to shore, saw some angelfish and stuff.
Yeah. And I will just say, if you are planning on going to the boatyard, make sure you get out early morning, because it does get very busy as the day goes on, particularly if there's a few cruise ships in. So get there early, and obviously you'll get better placed sunbeds.
So quick question, Mike, for everybody. How long did it take us to walk from the port to the actual beach?
Well, it wasn't a bad walk at all. It took us about 20 minutes. Yeah. I mean, as you come out the port, you turn right, and it's a path all the way along the front, isn't it?
Yeah, it takes you a little bit through the town, and then there's a bridge that goes over, and the beach starts basically from the other side of the river. And to be fair, it was a very simple walk through a park.
You filmed a bit of it coming back, didn't you?
I did film a bit of it. So whether you want to imagine this video that's coming up in reverse, it's basically the same walk.
I'll see if I can reverse it. If it looks silly, it'll be the walk back, but it might help you find it.
Being a turnover day, it's a little bit of a nightmare on board, because obviously you've got people coming and going, so it's busy, then it's not busy. This is why it's good probably to go off the ship. But because it's a turnaround day, Mike and I were very, very lucky to have been privy to have a little snoop around all of the rooms, weren't we?
Yeah, the cabin stewards were happy for us to go in and have a look at them. And we have already done a video of the inside, outside, and the balcony cabins. But we were surprised, weren't we, what we found. Yeah. From the time that you walk along, I think it was on the 10th floor, you walk along where the rooms are, and you know it's something a bit different, because they've actually got pictures in the gangway, haven't they?
Oh, yes. It felt a little bit more posh. Yeah.
And then, of course, we saw these plaques on the doors. One was Santorini Suite, and one was the St. Lucia Suite. And what did you think?
Well, rewind from that, the first one we saw was the Grand Suite, and even that was like super luxurious. And then after we found those, we saw the Santorini and St. Lucia Suite.
And we are of course going to have videos of all the suites in due course.
But those rooms, they were like another level. I didn't think Marella even had that standard of room. We were talking beautiful, with amazing slate bathrooms and everything. It was just an absolutely stunning experience. So I was actually quite annoyed, because I said we've just booked another cruise, and I said to the travel agent at the time, why weren't we made aware of these rooms when we were booking the last time? Because I honestly would love to try and stay in one of these rooms. They were that beautiful. So if you get a chance, make sure you keep your eyes peeled for our videos coming out.
Because I will try and put, when we actually do a proper video of the suites, I will try and put the price difference from sort of a balcony outside room, because I think I have been on since and seen roughly how much extra it is.
That's a lot of it.
Well,
I bet it is.
Yeah, I'll put it on the video.
Okay, so we managed to see those rooms, which was fantastic. But if I'm not mistaken, that day we managed to do an afternoon tea, didn't we?
No, we didn't.
Did we not?
Oh, we did. Yes, of course we did.
And it was a special afternoon tea. It was the musical afternoon tea.
We've already said we love musicals.
We do.
And we've done the musical afternoon tea on Discovery 2 last year.
Which was amazing.
And we absolutely loved it. So with us having our friends this year, we thought we've got to do the musical afternoon tea again.
We were desperate to show off, because literally, if you want to go see it, Discovery 2, we've got a video on there for the musical afternoon tea. It's spectacular. So we thought we were going to be showing off the same sort of standard. Yeah. So let's explain to you the process of booking it and what we did to try and ensure that we had a really good afternoon tea. What did we do?
Yeah, we couldn't book it online this time. It wasn't available online, which I was surprised, because they've got the exchange on Speciality. I thought they'd have that on Speciality, but we could only book it when we got on the ship. And I think it was $15.95 each.
Yeah, and again, it's a bit of a nightmare, because it's first come, first serve. And if I'm not mistaken, people who were there the week before and there for that week potentially could have pre-booked, so they could have got in early, because it depends on when you land, really, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
It goes open 7 days before.
But I have to say, unlike the exchange, the musical afternoon tea never seems that popular. It wasn't busy on Discovery, and it certainly wasn't busy when we went this time.
Can I just say, I can fully understand why it's not that busy on this ship. However, on the Discovery, it should be one of the...
Yeah, it's a must do, isn't
I
it?
thought you were saying no. Then. I was like, what? It was
No, I
amazing.
said go.
It should, yeah, it's a must on the Discovery 2. However, we're going to let you into now the reasons why we didn't think it was that good on the Voyager.
No, it was really disappointing. A couple of days before, we'd been contacted and we'd sort of been asked if there was any dietary requirements. And obviously, Dave here doesn't eat egg and fish.
Sorry.
And I don't eat fish. So we gave them this and thought it would all be sorted. However, things didn't quite turn out quite as we'd hoped. Now, on the day of the musical afternoon tea, it's held in the Silver Fork, and we went in and so to our seats, and they'd got all the same things they got in Discovery 2, the opera glasses, the special menu, and it was all laid out very nice.
The grandeur wasn't there.
But it wasn't there,
wasn't
and
there.
the pianist was there playing.
Yeah.
She was good, Lana. We like Lana.
Yeah.
But the whole spectacle was lacking from what it was in Discovery, because in Discovery 2, remember, they come down that giant
sweeping staircase,
and it's really spectacular. Whereas here, they haven't got that.
And there's a lot of space, isn't it? And everybody in Discovery 2 is facing the actual pianist. But on the Voyager, my back was turned to the act, so we were trying to look around, and it was just too much.
Ideal.
No, it wasn't great. And of course, because they were singing, they were right next to you, and it was really loud. Whereas on Discovery 2, they were singing from a distance, so it was spreading across the sort of like restaurant. Wasn't it?
So we were a bit underwhelmed from the start with the location. We felt the location, this isn't as good as it was on Discovery 2.
No.
So when the food came out and they bought ours on separate sort of cake stands, it was all wrong. You ended up with something on yours that you shouldn't have had.
I had fish touching my other sandwiches. Oh, it wasn't good.
Yeah, and he was totally mixed up whose was whose and what was what. Yeah. So it sort of spoilt it from the start. And then, of course, the other thing was, I always find it strange that when the pianist stops and after the two singers come in, they only sing a couple of songs.
I want to be that girl in the mirror there. I want to be that girl with golden hair. Up on a silver screen with everywhere.
Walked down the street before, but the pavement always stayed beneath my feet before.
And the pianist stops soon after them, and then they play background music, but it's not musicals.
No, it's not. It's just piano music. But anyway, enough of the musical.
Yes,
tea.
we will be
We've got
doing a
video.
specific video of it.
And we want you to go and watch that video
with all the details.
Make sure you do, because obviously we're gonna expose the musical tea in that one, because it's the one thing on that cruise ship that I wasn't happy with. I think
there might have been more than one, the kitchens, but anyway, we'll come back to that another time.
Okay, so onwards and upwards, we did our usual. We went out for our evening meal that night, and then on to the show, which was
Britannia.
And it's like the best of British music.
It's showcasing all the best of British music, going right back through the years. So they had the likes of Dusty,
Bowie,
Beatles, Bowie, Elton John, and it was a really good. I enjoyed it.
It was good, and can I just quickly say that I was absolutely super impressed with this show, because all the shows were amazing, but the staging on this was really good. Like, it was really retro.
Shall we have a look at a little medley?
Let's have a look.
Let's show you a little medley of the song.
You know that, baby, I'm your man. People try to put us down. All my generation, right now, right here, right now. You're the thing I want, I really want to keep it rushing through you from your head to toe.
So, what do you think of the show? Did you enjoy it? What did you think, Dave?
Well, of course, I love everything. But I did. I loved it. I've not been a fan of most of the types of music that are on there, but over the recent years in my older age, I loved them. So it was great, and they sang them all really well.
Yeah, and I'm a massive Dusty Springfield fan, so I'm glad they played some of hers.
Yeah. So then, what did we do after that? We went to the Sail and Shine Sailaway party, didn't we?
Yeah, on the top deck.
Yes.
I think when they leave Barbados, they do this sail and shine party for the newbies. But it wasn't very busy. I think the newbies must have been quite tired.
To be fair, though, I remember when we arrived at
We
Barbados the
didn't
first
do
day, I
it.
was knackered. And
Yeah,
most
we
of
didn't
you
do it.
that cruise know that the moment you land after an 8-9 hour flight, you just need to chill out. So you're not going to probably be at the Sailaway party. But all us ones that were on our second week were there, giving it all this.
Yeah,
Having a
and
couple of them.
Fortunes were playing. We liked the Fortunes.
Right, the Fortune.
Good
Took
party
me a
band.
while to get into them, but
Yeah.
just like on Discovery, it took me a while to get into these party bands, but they were really
Oh,
good.
I love the lady singer in it. And the guitarist is fantastic.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I like Fortunes.
Is the lady
They're
singer the
good.
one that does an amazing Tina Turner?
Yeah,
impression?
she does
Yeah.
Tina Turner.
You might have seen videos previous on other people's accounts. This woman, she's
You
really
might
good.
have seen her on Band Jam last night.
Very energetic. Oh yeah, she was. Yeah. But anyway, that is enough from us now at Mind of Travel. We are now going to leave you. So, if you love dancing, make sure you make your way to the Sailaway party and have a little bop with everybody that's on board in the second week.
Yeah, brilliant fun. So we enjoyed it.
But tomorrow we are at Tobago.
Yeah, Tobago and New Ireland for us. So really excited. And if you remember, Dave, we had a really warm welcome in the port. It was probably the best one we had, wasn't it?
God, yeah.
It was so colourful.
Scared me a little bit. You'll see what I
Yeah,
mean.
somebody got chased.
I think I got chased as well at one point. But of course, we met the fantastically talented
Oh.
Jennifer, who was our tour guide.
Yeah, we did Tobago South Tour, and obviously we'll show that tomorrow.
Mhm.
Disappointing trip, so don't book it, but it was made worthwhile for us by our tour guide. Who was
I would have
Jennifer.
just spent money to spend a couple of
Oh.
hours with her. She was amazing.
Jennifer was probably the best tour guide ever.
She
She took requests for singing.
Oh, God. And she was really good.
Oh, and she
could
got a
sing.
beautiful
She could
voice.
sing.
So yeah, definitely.
Okay, guys. So thank you very
We'll
much for
see you.
watching. We will all see you on day number 9 in Tobago. We hope that you like this video. If you're first time viewing this, remember to like and subscribe, ring that bell for future content, and we will see you all soon.
Yeah, and if you've got any comments, put them below, particularly if you've had experience of the afternoon tea, the musical afternoon tea. We'd like to know what your experience was. Okay, thanks ever so much, and
Cheers,
we'll
guys.
see you soon. Bye.